What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another video. For those of you new to the channel, my name is Vince Warburton and this is VW Fitness. I do fitness tech, supplement reviews, and lifestyle videos every single week. And right now we are obviously in Vlogmas, or what I'm going to call Reviewmas, where we are uploading a video every single day. So make sure you hit that subscribe and bell for notifications. Now, today we're talking about a new product. It's called Repp Sports Broken Arrow Pre-Workout. I ended up picking this up at the local supplement store here in San Diego. The rep that worked there highly recommended it, said it's been flying off the shelves, that kind of thing. So I decided to grab it, pay for it myself, and decided to do a full review. So as you guys may or may not know, we break down the review into 3 different parts. We talk about number 1, price, 2, the label ingredient breakdown, and then lastly, taste. I will go do a workout and then I'll come back and talk about the effects. I guess that is technically a whole nother section. I kind of rate it, or I've started to rate the effects portion of the pre-workout because I think it's actually pretty important. So let's get right into it, guys. Price, this comes in at $47.99 right off of their website, Repp Sports. The price per serving with that breakdown, this is 30 full servings. It comes in at $1.60 a serving. That kind of lines up between a 3 and a 4, but I'm gonna lean towards a 3 out of 5 in terms of the rating here. I think it's a little bit overpriced, but it's right kind of in the mix with a lot of the other pre-workouts and how I kind of rate all the other pre-workouts in terms of price. So next up, let's run right into the label here now. There it is. We start out with a 15.9 gram scoop, guys. Obviously that's a little bit on the higher end. I tend to like labels that have between 15 and 20 at least, depending on the amount of actives. Obviously that's all subjective, so it can really kind of depend, but in this case there's not a lot of actives in here, so that's going to give me the indication more than likely that things are dosed pretty well. So let's just jump right into it, guys. We start out with 6 grams of citrulline malate. Talked about citrulline malate personally a lot. With that breakdown, it's more than likely a 2-to-1 ratio. So it's going to be 4 grams of citrulline and 2 grams of the malic acid. 4 grams is a good amount. I like to see between 4 and 6. So obviously in this case, I would say that the citrulline is properly dosed. Next up, we have 3.2 grams of the beta-alanine. So it's going to give you those tingles. It's going to help flush everything in your body while you're working out. That's a great amount. 3.2 is the clinical efficacious dose. Next up, we have 1.5 grams of the betaine anhydrous. That's a little bit low. I tend to see about 2 grams to 2.5. 1.5 is still not a bad amount, so that's good to see there. 1 gram of taurine, kind of a standard I typically do see in a lot of pre-workouts. 1 gram of the L-tyrosine, again, that's a pretty good amount. 500 milligrams of the acetyl L-carnitine. This is a little bit low, but carnitine is kind of one of those interesting supplements that I've started to see a little bit more in a lot of pre-workouts, especially like fat burning pre-workouts. I mean, the idea behind carnitine is that it's going to utilize fat cells as energy and burn fat. Obviously, that's a good thing for those of us that are trying to lose some weight. And, you know, to be honest with you though, 500 milligrams, that's a little bit low. Next up, we have 350 milligrams of caffeine. That's from both anhydrous and citrate. So they don't actually give me the official breakdown of how that's broken up, but it is 350 milligrams of caffeine, which is a good amount for me personally. I am pretty high stim right now. So 350 should be able to push through this big workout. Next up, we have 300 milligrams of the alpha GPC. That's kind of a standard dose that I tend to see. A nootropic, if you will. 300 milligrams is a good amount. Next up, we have 150 milligrams of the 2-amino isoheptane. This is an interesting ingredient that I actually do a little bit more research on. Similar in substance to DMAA, DMHA. This is kind of a weird one that I actually found a lot of information about. So, you know, when it comes to pre-workouts, guys, any supplement, always check with your doctor or physician before you take any supplement. That's a disclaimer that you should just with anything really, but you should really be checking, especially if you're an athlete. Make sure that you run this through your program. Make sure your trainers know that you're taking this sort of product, because with that product, this can come up in drug tests, and I just highly advise. I don't really talk about this a ton on the channel, but I think it's important, you know, as we start talking a lot more pre-workouts, especially ones that kind of push the edge when it comes to stimulants and potential banned substances. Just make sure you always check, you know, your supplements with, you know, your sports team. Make sure it's not on a banned substance list. 150 milligrams, that's a good amount. I have seen this supplement before, and 150 milligrams is definitely going to be a lot of stimulant, and we'll kind of see how we go with this. Last up, we have 5 milligrams of the black pepper extract. Kind of a standard, you know, help with absorption, kind of similar to a Estrogen, 5 milligrams, that's good to see here. I always like when they try to put something in there to help with absorption. So in terms of the label, guys, honestly, I'm gonna give it a 4 out of 5. Everything is fully disclosed. I wish they would have broken up the caffeine and kind of told me exactly what the breakdown of anhydrous and citrate is, but that's not a huge killer deal. At least they still tell me it's 350 milligrams. You know, like I said, the label is disclosed and I like that, but you know, I am gonna score it dock at a point for, you know, not breaking down the caffeine. Let's move right into taste, guys. We went with the sour gummy flavor. Recommends 8 to 10 ounces of water. We have about 9 ounces here, and I have not tried this pre-workout. First time opening it up. All right, it does appear that the scoop is hiding, so it's very powdery. Nice, good shake. All right, mixability is pretty good. Very little sediment here on the bottom, as you guys can see here. Yeah, everything mixed pretty well. Decent, very little foam, I would say. All right, definitely tastes like a sour gummy. It's actually, flavor-wise, this is right on point with a sour gummy. It's exactly what I remember as like a kid. Yeah, it tastes really good. The sour is not overpowering. It's not like bad. The sweetness is really good. Everything kind of mixes very well in terms of the flavors. In terms of flavor, guys, I'm going to give this a solid 5 out of 5. I think it tastes really good. This is something that's yeah, it tastes really good. It doesn't taste like a pre-workout. It tastes like, you know, literally a sour gummy drink. So with that being said, guys, I'm gonna smash the rest of this back. I'm gonna head to the gym. We'll come back, we'll talk about the effects, see what my honest take was on this pre-workout, if I had any negative effects with it, and we'll kind of go from there. So we'll see you guys here soon. All right, guys, we just finished up that 1 hour, 5-minute big chest day downstairs. Did a 15-minute warm-up on the treadmill today, actually. Stairmasters were taken. I gotta say, this is a heavy hitter in terms of effects. I did get the beta-alanine tingles. Focus and jitters were pretty high. Right now I can still kind of feel it. At the very beginning, I definitely had some shakes. Very heavy stim, guys. And just remember, I am coming off of like probably the last 8 weeks of high stim pre-workouts, and this one definitely was a heavy hitter. Pump-wise was decent. I wouldn't say I got too great of a pump, but the mind-muscle connection and the focus was definitely there. It was like quick, quick, quick. Did not want to take rest times. Just go, 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 go. And I mean, it still took me an hour and 5 minutes to get through it. I pushed some pretty heavy weight today. Overall, I would say the workout was really good. In terms of effects, I'm going to give it a 5 out of 5. I think this is definitely a solid pre, especially if you're looking for something heavy stim. Again, I'll always kind of say this, but make sure you check with your physician or doctor before you take any supplement. I don't think I talk about that enough on the channel, or I disclaim that, but I always do intend to tell you guys that, and I hope that you guys do follow that. I think it's always standard practice to always check with your doctor or physician before you take any supplement. So just a disclaimer there, guys. With that being said, guys, I hope you guys enjoyed this review. If you guys did, make sure you smash that thumbs up button, hit the subscribe and bell for notifications. As always, I'll see you in the next one.